Comfort food. Comfort food is going to be a good thing for today, I think. What do you think? Comfort food. Hello, good afternoon. Here we are, day 12 of state of emergency in Lisbon. It's a cloudy, overcast, mostly rainy Monday out there. The worksite is in a hive of activity today. They have mostly decided to wear their hard hats for once. I think it's mainly to keep their hair dry. But so you can see how overcast it's out there today. A bit of rain. I don't think I'll be going out today for a walk. I think I might go to the supermarket and buy bread because I've run out of fresh bread. So the numbers have come in today for Portugal. They look fairly positive. I will tell you more about those numbers in an infographic in a bit. And in Australia, the Prime Minister has become more vocal about what exactly are the restrictions in place and whether people are obeying them or not, I'm not sure. They've announced a JobKeeper program, which is great. It's going to fund employers to fund their employees so they don't have to actually let go of the employees and they keep paying them. As you can see here, these are the total confirmed cases as of today, day 12, which is in a state of emergency here in Portugal. The date is the 30th of March. So 6,408 confirmed cases, 43 persons registered as fully recovered, 140 deaths, and these are the numbers of the suspected cases. In the map here, you can see that there are more cases in the north in Porto with 941 confirmed cases, and Lisbon comes second with 643 confirmed cases. 4,845 people are awaiting the results from the test, and there's 164 people at the moment in intensive care. 571 are in hospital. Hi friends! Welcome to my channel. I'm Isabel. I hope you're enjoying this series of videos I filmed in Lisbon. I am now back in Australia, as you can probably guess. Yes, I made it back home, but not without lots of adventures along the way, including my 2 weeks in hotel quarantine in Melbourne after I got back to Australia, which I also filmed. So be sure to subscribe and come back and watch those videos as I upload them. So take care and see you next time. This is the graph of the evolution of confirmed cases. The red is deaths. Blue is the rising curve of confirmed cases. If I click here, this is the graph of new cases. And it's coming down, which is great, isn't it? But you never know what's going to happen next. But at the moment, it's come down. from yesterday. And here is the evolution of symptoms. So dark pink is fever. So yes, there seems to be a consistent symptom. Green is difficulty breathing. Light green is generalized weakness or fatigue. White is headaches, so I had that, but I didn't have anything else. I probably didn't have the virus. Pink is cough. So yeah, there you go. Let's see what's next here in this arrow. Okay, evolution of types of contagion. So the dark blue is imported from people who came from abroad. The lighter blue is local contagion, and that's obviously increasing. And this is evolution in age groups. So at the moment, older people are becoming over 80s. They're becoming more, there are more confirmed cases, it looks like. So it's confirmed cases, it's not deaths, but there's more confirmed cases. I guess they are increasingly being tested. But in the beginning, a lot of young people got tested, and in a 20 to the 29-year-old group, there's a lot of people being tested at the start of March. What's next? Evolution by gender. So at the start of March, so this blue is males and the white is females. Start of March, early March, a lot more men were being diagnosed, it looks like, and now it's evened out. Evolution in suspected cases. So suspected is the yellow. So they're obviously testing people, or maybe these are the people who are ringing in and being told to stay vigilant. The blue dots are the confirmed cases. So fortunately, the curve is a lot flatter for the actual confirmed cases. And this, yes, this is the confirmed cases. I've showed you this. And so yes, that's Portugal at the moment, and we'll see how it all goes. It looks as though the state of emergency has been extended here, and if they're not calling it a state of emergency, they are extending at least the measures to keep people at home and social distancing and all that. They're saying that this month will be the most critical month for numbers. Hospitals are seemingly prepared, at least that's what they're saying. And so it looks as though I'm not going to go anywhere soon. But then again, I think I would have to stay anyway, because it looks as though the sale of that property that I've been trying to sell will go ahead. And I'll be probably signing a contract of sale if everything goes well. I think today might be a good day to tell you about this painting. It's called O Pensador. Pensador means thinker, and if you look carefully at it, you can see the silhouette of a figure in the shape of Rodin's famous statue called the Thinker. And it's actually, if you look even more carefully, it's like a cardboard or a wood cutout of the silhouette of the Thinker. It's kind of a trick. It's a very theatrical statement in an otherwise very mundane setting of an armchair against a window. Let me just change angles for you. So this painting I bought recently. Main reason why I bought it is because I knew the painter very well. When I say I knew, I mean that he's gone now, he's passed away fairly recently at the end of 2019. The painter's name is Manuel Amado, and this painting is titled O Pensador, the Thinker. Now, another reason why I bought it is because it depicts the corner of the living room in the house where my father was born. And so I look at that window in a painting and I imagine my father, who spent his early childhood in that very house, looking out that window into the garden. It's a beautiful garden out there. I've been to that house several times because that's where the painter lived until his death. And here is a photograph that I've already shown you of my father, probably at the age where he lived in that particular house. There he is. And the thinker, of course, in this sense, it's ostensibly referring to the sculpture by Rodin of a thinker, a man thinking. It's the title of a play written by my father, the very father you saw just a second ago dressed in a bullfighter's outfit. He became a dramatist and a theatrical person in his maturer years, and one of his plays was called The Thinker, and in that very play my mother starred, or at least had an important role in a play that was staged in the early 60s or maybe late 50s, in the years before my birth. Or maybe I was already born, I'm not quite sure. But the painter who painted this painting and me, we have a common father. We don't have a common mother, but we have a common father. Yes, that same father that you saw in photograph. And so yes, the painter was my half-brother, and I miss him very much. We were great friends, and I don't know, I just love it, and every time I look at it, I remember both my brother, and I remember my father, and I remember going to visit my brother when he was already very sick, and I was sitting in this very corner, not in that particular chair, I don't think, but I would be sitting in this very corner because he would be watching the TV, that if you pay attention, the TV is in that corner back there. He'd be facing the TV, which was a little bit different more recently, more modern TV, but any case, he would be sitting in his armchair. When he was already quite sick, I'd be sitting there speaking to him and keeping company, and in this very corner. So just a whole combination of memories, the name of the play that was the same play where my mother and my father were probably very much in love. This is before my father's relatively early death. He died in the late 60s when I was very young. And so yes, I'm so happy that I have this painting on my wall. I haven't had lunch yet. I'm actually pretty hungry. I think I will cook some carbohydrate-rich dish. Like, I will cook some stodgy thing, some comfort food. Comfort food is going to be a good thing for today, I think. What do you think? Comfort food in a paper tray. And that's it for today. And I'll see you tomorrow on day 13 of State of Emergency in Lisbon. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye. This is a reading of Fernando Pessoa's The Book of Disquiet. Fernando Pessoa wrote this fragmentary diary in the voice of his heteronym Bernardo Soares, and the translation from the Portuguese is by Margaret Ju Costa. Sometimes I think I will never leave Rua dos Douradores. once written down that seems to me like eternity. In the plausible intimacy of approaching evening, as I stand waiting for the stars to begin at the window of this fourth floor room that looks out on the infinite, my dreams move to the rhythm required by long journeys, to countries as yet unknown, or to countries that are simply hypothetical or impossible. Today, during one of those periods of daydreaming which, though devoid of either purpose or dignity, still constitute the greater part of the spiritual substance of my life, I imagined myself free forever of Rua dos Douradores, free of my boss Vasquez, of Moreira, the bookkeeper, of all the other employees, the errand boy, the post boy, even the cat. In dreams, that freedom felt to me as if the South Seas had proffered up a gift of marvelous islands as yet undiscovered. Freedom would mean rest, artistic achievement, the intellectual fulfillment of my being. But suddenly, even as I imagined this, during the brief holiday afforded by my lunch break, a feeling of displeasure erupted into the